East Africa's banking sector is growing, but a new report from the European Investment Bank reveals significant challenges could limit its potential. While the region is seeing a rise in financial services, the dominance of a few banks in key countries is restricting competition and driving up lending rates. The report further highlights an encouraging surge in private sector credit, but raises concerns over access to funding for small businesses. Jasmine Wambui brings us the details.
The Finance in Africa report released by the European Investment Bank indicates that the continent has become a frontrunner in digital financial services. The number of fintechs has tripled from 450 in 2020 to over 1,250 active companies this year.
Globally, Africa accounts for about 3/4 of global mobile financial transactions. So Africa is the big player here, and East Africa accounts for about 60%.
In East Africa, the banking sector continues to expand, with the number of banks currently standing at 140. However, high market concentration, where the top 3 banks hold over 60% of assets, persists in countries like Tanzania, Rwanda and Ethiopia, and continue to limit competition while driving up lending rates. Kenya has a low banking concentration of 40%, indicating a more competitive banking environment. The report further highlights that private sector credit reached 21% of GDP in 2023, with Burundi and Kenya leading at 42% and 32% respectively. However, access to credit is still low in the region, and SMEs continue to struggle with financing. The Finance in Africa report has raised concerns over banks increasingly opting to lend to governments rather than businesses.
The issue for the economy is that as they lend more money to the government, there's less money left over to lend to the private sector and to support investment and economic development.
Kenya continues to lead the region in financial inclusion, with 79% of adults having access to banking or mobile money. The EIB has recommended structural reforms to improve competition, boost lending to SMEs and expand financial inclusion for long-term stability. Jasmine Wambui, Citizen TV.